Shootings everywhere, man. Hey, it wouldn't be a weekend without one. I'm telling you with the biker news, man. And yes, I'll address that controversy because you guys are not going to bring me into it. Okay, we'll do that after I do some news here, man. And what we got going on here is we got some updates on some of the shootings that happened. I'm telling you what, man, what is it that you want to spend time in the joint rather than out riding your motorcycle? I think that's what lots of people forget about is when you're in prison, you can't ride a motorcycle. Just saying, man. Let's go to this story. 3 men arrested in connection to biker gang related shootings. This, I believe, was last week, something like that. So let's listen in and see what they have to say, shall we?
We start the evening off with an update to a shooting in Grottoes last Sunday. Rockingham County Sheriff Brian Hutchison saying today that 3 men have been arrested and charged in connection with that incident. The shooting sent 44-year-old Raymond Nolan to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. As of this afternoon, Kenneth Robertson, Michael Bosserman, and Kayvon Robinson are all behind bars facing charges related to this incident. You can read the full details, including their individual charges over.
Okay, let's go ahead and read it. That way we can give you the full shebang on it here. Now, that shooting happened on the 21st of June. So you're looking at, what, 8 days later that they caught up with the guys. And as I always say, they're going to get you no matter what. Technology is so advanced that the mafia don't even do hits anymore. So that should tell you how bad it really is. Just saying, man. The shooting resulted in one man, Raymond Nolan, 44, of Charlottesville, being injured as his vehicle was being shot at. Man, we got some Sons of Anarchy stuff going on, don't we? Going down the highway, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? No one was taken to UVA hospital, and thank God he had non-life-threatening injuries. Always sad to see people get hurt in this stuff. U.S. Marshals, man, were involved in this. And the Staunton Police Department, they arrested Kevin Robinson, 49, on the charges, and here he goes. Criminal gang participation. Yes, they are hitting everybody involved in this kind of stuff with gang participation. Remember, motorcycle clubs, not gangs. Remember that? Anyway, also malicious wounding by a mob and conspiracy. Man, they throw those conspiracy. What they're doing is building predicates right there. That's what's happening. Also, Virginia State Police arrested Michael Boserman of Waynesboro on the same charges of criminal gang participation, malicious wounding by mob, and conspiracy. Also, a 26-year-old was initially still wanted on multiple outstanding warrants. Monday, Hodgson said Robinson was arrested by the U.S. Marshals, and he was charging, it looks like he's the one that fired the shots, because, 3 of the same charges as the other guys, but they added maliciously shoot with the intent to maim, disfigure, disable, or kill. That is the one that we covered again last week. We still, we know who the club is, but we're not putting it out there because it's not public. And as always, we only cover stuff that is, and that's what makes it different from Insane Throttle to the other guys that are covering this type of stuff. We only do editorials and all that kind of stuff you see at harleyliberty.com on stuff that is public record. We don't try to assume, we do not try to take freaking, what is it, hotline tips, we bent that kind of stuff heavily because in the age of AI, I can make anybody say something I want them to say. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, there's also another arrest. Now, this was a big one. The motorcycle club shooting that left 6 injured. 6 women got hurt in this one. Let's see what they have to say. Let's go. I guess they don't want to go. Anyway, an arrest has been made in connection to the shooting outside of Southwest Louisville Motorcycle Club that left 6 people injured. Yes, they were ladies. I guess the LMPD's non-fatal shooting or unit arrested Bryson O'Neill and charged him with the shooting. That's him right there. Now, this happened on the 24th of May in Louisville. And when officers responded to the scene, they initially found 2 women who had the non-life-threatening gunshot wounds, which, again, thankfully they're okay. Investigators later confirmed 5 women had gunshots. So it was like, just shooting off, popping off, not caring who was hurt. O'Neill, he's been charged with 1st and 2nd degree assault, wanton endangerment, and tampering with physical evidence. He's on a bond of $100,000. He's currently being held at the Louisville Metro Correction, and he's set to be appearing in court again. So that is some of the updates on what's going on with them 2 stories that's been previously covered. Now to that other stuff. With an insane throttle, we really, over the last, 6 months, have taken the stance, even before that everything has to be in the public domain, as far as court records, news media, and stuff. We're not going to throw out information that can mislead people. As Black Dragon always says, we're not going to mess with the low-hanging fruit. You want to be professional in this type of space if you want to be taken seriously, not just from the biker community, but others outside of the biker, how can I say it, media infrastructure, if you will. And it just builds a lot more credibility if you're being professional about what you're doing. If you're doing this for clicks, all you're doing is making yourself look stupid, and you really don't know the freaking lifestyle to begin with. I always have found it funny that people want to run right to their channels and start talking about stuff that there's no evidence of. And in the age of AI, man, I could make you say something that you never even said and make it even sound like a recording. It's that easy now. You just go on 11 Labs and boom, put it in there, clone somebody, and boom, it's done. So with that, it's more important than ever to be professional in this space. When I started Biker News, man, way back, there was only me and Black Dragon do it, and now others are trying to get into it. So what would my advice be for them? Stay professional, man. Don't be a bunch of freaking asses that are just looking for clicks or looking for fame because, one, you're on YouTube, so you're not famous. I'm not famous. BD's not famous. None of that BS. We just do it because we love the community. And you got to remember, Black Dragon and me, we still are out there. We still hang, and we're in a lot of the stuff, and we know what's going on. So for those that aren't, all I can say is what a lot of clubs have told me, and I'm sure they've told BD and others. Stay in your damn lane, man. You don't know who the hell we are, what we do, any of that kind of stuff. But it's, again, more important than ever to actually be professional. And my suggestion is stay out of the drama. The drama is going to do nothing but kill your freaking reputation. It's going to kill what you're trying to do or say you're trying to do. And it's just going to bring you nothing but headaches. Because, like I said, AI is going to make you look like a fool, man. You know, you could be sent something, and you know, by I don't know how many freaking times I'm sent stuff in the email. And most of the time it's unconfirmable. And it's not public for us to do. We're not going to waste our time on it. That's what I can tell you. So that's my 2 cents right there. Take it as you will. Anyway, don't forget, man, Insane Throttle Music is killing it over on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube. Check it out. Having fun doing that type of stuff. And don't forget to buy the book, man. I'm telling you, you'll love it. Rock on, baby. Have a good one.
Insane Throttle, your official Google News source for everything biker. Thanks for riding with us. Smash that subscribe button. Check out InsaneThrottleNews.com for the latest updates and join the insanity today.
Insane Throttle Outlaw Rock, featuring Insane Throttle and Defiant Afterlife. Get your playlist full of pure rock and metal. Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe and crank it up.
Now I'm back in the fight.